Just your thoughts on how you guys played tonight.
Yeah, I thought we were better in the first period tonight. Like I said, a lot better, sharper first period, and carried into the second and third. And I think I liked our total overall 60-minute game tonight. Hobie was outstanding. Hobie came in tonight, was rock solid, gave us a chance to win, and I thought we had a lot of better efforts or good efforts from a lot of guys tonight to get us the win.
I think you guys lost one regulation game at home all season. Why do you think you guys had such success in this building?
Well, anytime you can come into a playoff game here and it's a packed house, regular season's one thing, but when you get to playoffs and people have to spend their time and money to come here after the regular season, that says it all right there. It's such a home ice advantage having loyal fans. We have them travel on the road as well, but to pack this place every single night, it's the best place in college hockey to watch a game, whether it's the students or the season ticket holders. It's an amazing place. And, it was emotional after the game tonight with Reese Gaber and Griffin Ness. Big 7-1 win. And they were pretty emotional knowing that's the last time they're going to be skating around here. And I'm glad we ended it off the right way for them.
Yeah, just thoughts on Reese being able to get one here and probably his last game here.
Yeah, well, you could tell he was fired up. It's funny, as a coach behind the bench, you can see the guys that are going and some guys that need to take time to get going. It didn't take time for him to get going. He was on fire right away to start the game, and a lot has to do with the way he plays each and every game, the consistency. But I firmly believe, too, he knew it was his last game here before we go on a journey through the playoffs at other venues here, and he cares a lot. And we're not done. We want to play a few more games with him till mid-April here with Reese Gaber in our lineup.
Thoughts on Jackson Blake's weekend as a whole? He had quite a few points and seemed to impact the game all game long.
Yeah, and again, obviously we don't divulge very much on kind of the state of our health here a little bit, but there were some guys that were under the weather a little bit. He was one of them, and I think Omaha had hit them last week. It hit us here a little bit this week, and I thought he did an outstanding job of playing through it, and I thought he got better as the weekend went on, and he's a difference maker. And the plays he made tonight, setting one up on the shot, Kuntz's goal, and then the backdoor play by Omak there, those are high-end plays, and you need guys to make those plays in pressure situation games and playoffs, and he's a gamer.
What's happened with Jackson Kuntz from the start of the year to where we are now?
He believes in himself, confidence. He, the one thing is it's been tough for him, and I keep saying it too, that just stay with it. Everybody has a different path. Jackson Blake, obviously, since he hit the ground running, he's had success. Some guys it takes a little bit longer, and Jackson Kuntz is one of those guys that, he stayed with it. He believed what we said. He believed in the process, and now it's come to fruition for him. And, I think the other part is empowering him, hey, you're a good player and you can do this. And he's playing with so much confidence. The net front thing is one thing on the power play. He does a great job of providing a net front screen, scoring that goal with strong hands. But the play he made on the neutral zone transition play where it snapped it up to him, he put it to Omak, and Omak slid it across to Blaker. That's a big-time play. To have confidence to do that with a guy barreling down on you is a big deal. So he believes in himself, and we believe in him.
What do you think of Hobie's weekend?
I thought it was outstanding. Anytime that you come into a weekend and you get put in the net after not playing for a while, especially if you're a freshman or first-year guy, and we don't – freshmen, there's no more freshmen. Everybody's a veteran now, second half of the season. But, when you don't get the net and you're not in those game reps, it's always tough. But, man, he looked calm in there. He looked – quick, he controlled a lot of rebounds, but any pucks that were laying in front of him, he was so quick to jump on him right away, and he was engaged. And that's great to know that now and in the future we have a really good goaltender here.
Do you know the extent of Ludwig's situation?
And again, I will tell you, we're not going to divulge very much information here. Because it's playoffs. And, at the end of the day, as the week progresses, we'll share more information. But as of right now, undisclosed.
Lastly, thoughts on being able to go back to St. Paul?
Yeah, we're excited about it. It's always been tough, because it's hard competition. The last time we won this, the only time we won the NCHC playoff trophy was here in the playoff bubble. We want to prove that we can win it in the XL Energy Center. There's only a couple more years left. of that, and we want to make sure that we have a chance to do that this coming up week. And we always talk about checking boxes. We won the Penrose. This is another trophy we want to win, and you have to win 2 games. And I always say to our guys, in order to win a national championship, you have to win 2 games on a weekend. We did it this weekend. We got to continue to do that to keep building our body of work to earn that.
Is it tempting to start Hobie again next week based on how well he's played?
Yeah, I firmly believe so. I think that provides competition, and even competition through the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, the end of the year. At the end of the day, everything's on the table. I think you've known us long enough that we'll put a lineup together that tries to give us a chance to win. We have 2 very good goaltenders. Hobie proved himself now, and Ludwig's proved himself in the past in here. So we'll go through the week here, but at the end of the day. We'll just keep moving forward, and it's nice to know guys can come in and contribute.
I remember chatting with you at the beginning of Hockey Day in the September, and I told you there was an energy in the building. And still to this day, there's none of your players are focused at all on their individual accolades. There's a mindset and team first type attitude. And it seems like you have more this year than last year.
I firmly believe that too, Barrick, and you hit it on the head. And I think you get a feeling as a coach how teams bond early on in the season and how it progresses through the year. We rolled through the first half of the season with only 2 regulation losses, getting points in a lot of our games, and even the non-conference, either getting to overtime or the shootout. And it says a lot about your team, what they're willing to do. And guys from other programs, freshmen coming in, and the returning players have all kind of grown together, and they've got along, and they've defined their roles. And even tonight, I'm not going to get into specifics, but there's guys right now that are playing on different lines and are buying in. And we've got a lot of really good players here. And in order to win, you have to have people that are willing to be team first and do whatever it takes for the team. And I firmly believe we have that.
And we were talking about Hunter Johannes scored the first goal of the season at the Ralph.
Yep.
And the last goal of the season at the Ralph. And it seems like you hit it with a lot of your guys you got from the portal this year. The contributions that your 3 D-men made, it just seems like you came up 7s all season long.
Well, and again, I think it goes into the work you have to do in a timely manner. There's not much time you have to get a transfer in here, but at the end of the day, character is a big thing. And guys that are very similar to what we are here in our culture and all the attributes of being selfless, team first, and those guys are. And you know what? Those guys are having fun. They're experiencing something that maybe they haven't at their previous programs, and they're really looking forward to. Like, I look at Logan Britt tonight. I looked at him from the start of the year where he was really good to where he is now. He's excellent, and he's playing with so much confidence and swagger. He's built and grown his game throughout just 1 year here.
Coach, how big was this series this weekend moving forward here in the playoffs?
It was huge. Again, playoff hockey. The regular season's one thing, and we've done a good job over the years of proving that. But now you got to prove yourself in the playoffs when everything is even again. Everybody's got a clean slate, and that Miami team. At the end of the day, they're a tough team, and at the end of the day, you got to beat anybody on any given night. And now we got to move on, and we got to try to prove it again in even a tougher environment on the road in St. Paul against probably one pretty good team on Friday, and hopefully we can get to Saturday and play for the championship.
Anything that you saw this weekend that you need to work on going to St. Paul?
Well, you know what, there's kind of be specific things, and always power play and penalty kill you want to keep sharp on, because those obviously was a difference this weekend. Especially teams are huge. We got to continue to be sharp on those. The 5-on-5 play, and I'll pound my fist till the day is long here. You got to be good defensively. You got to be strong defensively, and you got to give yourself a chance to play in the offensive zone, and you got to make sure that you take care of your end of the rink. And I think anybody will say that at any level, a championship team has to be good in their end of the rink, and we'll continue to work on that and try to keep building our foundation from the back end out.